26-year-old Jordan Wright grew up in the LA area, Pacific Palisades, Beverly Hills, Malibu. Moved to Albuquerque to train at Jackson Wink right out of high school. Here is his teammate, former UFC bantamweight champ Holly Holm on the Beverly Hills Ninja.
I think he's done a lot on his own as far as just, you know, what he's done. He's had a lot of fights where he can just go out and, you know, as long as he's got one buddy with him to be his corner, he'll still kind of take the opportunity and just go with it. And he's really tried to kind of get experience just with anything he can get. And any fighter that's going to do that, it's kind of a vulnerable spot to be. You don't really know what you're walking into, but he embraces it. So I think that he'll be ready for anything that comes his way.
It's funny that she says he does it all on his own, because that's the same thing that his manager, Ricky Cottonsteady, said. He doesn't hire a nutritionist. He does all of his own meals. He's the most calculated person maybe at Jackson Wink, from fluid intake. We talked earlier in the open. No girlfriend, no nothing. He literally lives like a monk.
And that's good to know, because at the end of the day, it's just you in there. You can have the biggest team in the world, the biggest support system, but when it comes down to it, it's you and your opponent in there. And talking of his opponent, he says there is no opponent. He says it's you versus yourself out there, which is somewhat true. So I like the mental approach.
He doesn't want to allow anything to penetrate his mission to be a champion and to get to that next level, take that next step. He's going to have to get by Anthony "Fluffy" Hernandez, who is one of the more talented young fighters that you will see. He is obviously fighting for his father tonight. His teammate Max Griffin was there giving him a hug. His dad, Hugo, passed away in March from lung disease. But here's the good thing for Fluffy. He found out he was getting invited to the Contender Series the day his dad went into the hospital. So his dad passed away knowing that his son would get a shot at a UFC contract.
Yeah, that is huge, powerful, emotional motivation. I just hope it's not too much. My father was instrumental in my career, and if I was in a similar situation, man, I can only imagine the emotions. And obviously we see this is a heartbreaking moment for him. He got a chance to honor his recently passed away father. Yeah, this is it's a lot to handle in this situation. Of course, you already want to get into the UFC. It's already a big situation, and then with that on top, it all depends how he's going to handle it.
Been training full-time since he was 15 years old, homegrown at MMA Gold and Marinobles there in Sacramento. This is all he has been thinking about. His last fight, a 5-round unanimous decision over Brendan Allen in LFA 32 for the middleweight title. Here's a look at the tail of the tape now. Anthony "Fluffy" Hernandez, Jordan the Beverly Hills Ninja Wright. The Ninja has a 2-inch reach advantage and a 2-inch height advantage over Fluffy. Our referee on this one, Mark Smith in the octagon. This is what I've been looking forward to. I don't think you will see a more unique MMA fighter out there than Jordan Wright. The kid went to school, graduated cum laude, very, very smart, comes from a different background than most of the other fighters, a wealthy family in Beverly Hills. It's very different.
Certainly a different background to Anthony Hernandez, and they've got different styles as well. Jordan Wright, very flashy, calls himself the Ninja, lots of kicks. Hernandez on the flip side wants to get inside, wants to use those heavy hands and get your hands on you. And there we see the first flashy kick, a spinning wheel kick to the face, didn't connect. And as we see Hernandez pushing him up against the fence, if you take away the distance, how does Jordan Wright fight in the pocket? Well, he just eats one there.
You see several there.
Well. He did it.
Two more, he's down.
I didn't like what I saw.
Fluffy's out. He's out. Anthony "Fluffy" Hernandez taking no time at all. Look at Max Griffin.
Wow. Whoa.
Dana White doesn't know what he just saw. Holy smokes!
Jordan Wright doesn't know where he is. Man, that's the way to do it. Channeled those emotions, made it work for him, swarmed on him, landed a big right hand, didn't give him a moment to recover.
24-year-old Anthony "Fluffy" Hernandez from tiny Dunnigan, California, population 1,400, gets it done early in the first round, leaving no doubt. We got a lot of tough choices tonight.
That first right hand that Jordan ate, let's take a look. Let's take a look. He eats one to the face, and Wright just kind of covers up. You can tell he didn't like it. Look, he turns away, he looks away, and Hernandez just swarms on him with that right hook. There it is again. He looks away, he doesn't like it. Right hook, right hook, right hook. He tries to push him away, misses, left hook to the button, puts him down, and follows up with the left. 3 more lefts, and he's out cold. Man, amazing. And here's Dana White.
You know what? Dana knows he has some really tough decisions to make tonight. I don't know. Can he give out 3 contracts?
I don't know.
It's possible.
Hey, I'm new to this show.
Right?
I don't know. Is that allowed?
I think we gave out 3 contracts one time last year, did we not? 1 episode last year. Look at Max.
Ooh. That's the way to do it. What was the time on that?
Not long. Do we have an official time? We'll bring it to you momentarily. Good sportsmanship there as Lorisenko is in the octagon to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Smith has called a stop to this bout at 40 seconds of round number 1, declaring your winner by knockout, Anthony Hernandez.
So there you have it. 40 seconds for Fluffy.
Yeah,
he's a heavy hitter. They said he had hammers for hands.
And he's a crowd favorite as well, the chance of Fluffy.
Oh, got to be happy for that young man. Now 7-0 in his pro MMA career. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
He's so well-rounded. He's finished 4 of his 6 fights on the ground, but there was no need here.
We got to change this nickname because Fluffy, he did not look fluffy to me. There's a picture of his, well, a poster of his father, Hugo Hernandez there. Just beautiful to see. Passed away in March.
Such a huge part of his life growing up. Lorisenko with Fluffy Hernandez. Look at that smile on his face.
Thanks so much, guys. Anthony, it's hard to overstate how big this moment is for you. Your father passed away just a few months ago. You dedicated this fight to him. How proud of you is he right now?
He'd be happy.
Take your time.
Worked my ass off for this. I think my dad would be very happy at me right now. Still hard to talk about, but if you're hiring Dana, I'm fucking ready for the job.
How instrumental was he in your journey up to this point?
My dad's like the only reason I continued fighting. Without him, I don't know what I would be doing. He was like literally my best friend.
Let's talk about the fight for just a second. Obviously, you've had an undefeated opponent. He came out with a very unorthodox, sort of a traditional style. Did you know coming into this fight that the pressure would be the key, that you'd connect with those punches and sit him down?
Yeah, I knew he was a kicker. I'm a kickboxer too. I keep getting called a grappler because I'm submitting people left and right, but I like to bang, and my last fight ended up a grappling match, and I was mad at myself for that, so I knew I had to come in here and make a statement.
You connected with a couple of huge hooks, sat him down. Did you know that those specific strikes would be there coming in this fight?
Yeah, my coaches are, world class. I train with world class people. They're smart. My coaches are smart. They studied him, and we just trained for it. So. Yeah.
Well, this is your moment. You have a chance to say something to Dana White. What would you like to say?
I think I'm ready for the job.
Congratulations. You put MMA gold on the map for sure. Guys, back to you.
Anthony Fluffy Hernandez knocks out Jordan Wright in 40 seconds